Now, I was raised Catholic from my grandfather's side, and my grandmother, I used to have to help her out of the car to walk into the church. She was only 61, by the way, but she was women looked older back in those days at that age. But I remember when I got older, like 12, my friend Chippy goes to me, my friend James, that was James's cousin, my best friend James. Chippy would goes, "Hey, come here, you guys," and we're like, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "You ever wonder why God allows babies to die and people to suffer?" And he tried to, he tried to spin it that it was basically God's fault. And it bothered me a lot. And I remember thinking when I got older at 14, 15, I was upset with God because there was a lot of those commercials with the babies in Africa dying. And I just thought, you know, for me, royal, it's the color purple. And then you got light, which is wisdom. And I would just think one baby dying is one too many. And then I got stuck, like a lot of people, confused on God. But when I got older, I realized that we're not living in God's world. The Bible says we're living in the devil's world. The devil is the God of this world. And you start realizing there's just stuff we just don't understand, that we just have to trust God. He's God. There's a reason why he's God and why I'm not God, why you're not God. So basically, I'm just trying to say that there's a lot of unnecessary atrocity going on around the world. And we can't fix the world until we fix America. We said this in the 80s. That we haven't fixed America. And it only got worse. Who would ever guess that they were going to have secret programs where the government goes around gang stalking their people? And if people complain to the cops go, well, where's the proof? Like they'd never heard of anything before called gang stalking. But like everybody on the internet is just making this up. Everybody's making it up. Thousands of people reporting the same kind of crimes, just making it up. They're not saying that Mickey Mouse visited them. No. They're not saying that Peter Pan flew past their toaster. No. They're saying that cars are playing games with the same colors. People are going inside their homes, moving furniture around, and they're getting hit with microwave weapons. They're getting sick, and they're getting bullied. And when they call the cops, the cops act like they don't know what's going on. And in many cases, people have caught the cops and firemen participating. Ooh, isn't that a surprise? See? So, we got some horrible stuff that we have to deal with. You can't look at your garden and say, there's no weeds, there's no weeds. They'll take your garden. But if you get out there and you pull the weeds, and I got to deal with these weeds, and you pull them. And I know we tried telling people in the past, when 911 happened, about all the different conspiracies. But it's different now. People can feel something in the air. The tension's so thick you can cut it with a spoon. People know there's something going on. And if you were to explain now, with all the evidence out there, there's more evidence in the past 3-4 years than since the history of America. But you got to present it intelligently, and you got to make it not about you. You got to make it about the information, because that's what it's really about. People get sidetracked and they try to make it about the person that's whistleblowing. You always try to make it about the person, but it's not about the person. It's worse than we know. If we're catching this little stuff and it sounds pretty bad, imagine what's really going on behind the scenes. The atrocities that we're not seeing. Remember that one video in Texas where everybody got flooded, and that homeless guy, the newscaster, walked to the homeless guy and goes, "Why didn't you go inside the homeless shelter?" And he goes, "I went in there, but they started killing everybody, so I ran out." Do you remember that one? And the newscaster was live, and he's all, and he panicked. He's like, "Shh, don't say that." And the guy panicked because he was on live stream. And then now people saw the video, and it's like, I know that was real, because the homeless guy doesn't know about the Illuminati. He's trying to get his next bottle of booze. He was sober. When the guy asked him, he was sober. And he just said what he saw and what he heard. He said they started killing everybody and closing the doors and the windows. auditorium full of people. And I'm telling you, truthers, you better warn the public. Like Paul Revere, don't ever trust any man. But together, if we organize peacefully and just discuss the options, because this is real, and they're gonna never step down, and they're gonna roll out all their high-tech weapons, and then we're gonna cry out for God, and then everyone's gonna find out God's real because God's gonna intervene. I promise you, He'll intervene. I promise you.